TCG Meta Slayer. Today we're going to talk about the blue future from ZENKAI, the Dragon Ball Z Super Card game. I got myself the Trunks one here. This is awesome, and this is going to be great fun to play both competitively and casually. First of all, I want to say thematically, this is great because this is Trunks from the future, right? So this deck is all about setting up for the future because his mechanic is you want to put cards into your life and manipulate them so that way when the opponent attacks you, you take the damage. You reveal the card from your life, and then with his ability, the cards are able to be played onto the battlefield or into your energy, temporarily, but lets you draw a card. So it just is really cool setting up. And again, this is the blue color, so blue is very, again, good at ramping up energy or making your energy available more so than other colors, and a good amount of counters, negates especially. So again, this is a great play style for people who want to play a little bit more defensively. If you like Trunks from the future, this mechanic totally fits into it. There's plenty of offense, of course, and let's jump right into the deck. One more thing I want to quickly say is that when I always build Dragon Ball decks, I usually start with 60 cards. I know the minimum is 50. I think the game overall would be better if Magic, the Gathering, the standard 60 cards rule was instituted into Dragon Ball, because it would just make for more of a, deck building and card choice variety, and just, a lot more matches that can have different strategies and more choices to make overall. But I mean, the way the game is right now, it's fine. 50 cards is the minimum, and I think that's fantastic. Of course, if you want to play just a very, fast, aggressive style, just a few minimum cards that you want to get and see all the time consistently, then go for it. I think games that, strategies or colors and decks that want games to go on a little bit longer can definitely benefit from 50, 55 cards, especially if you draw a lot. So this deck does draw quite a bit. Most Dragon Ball leaders and the mechanics allow you to do so. So at the end of the day, 50 to 60 cards isn't harmful if you want to spread out and have more variety, especially for casually, just to be able to put in more cards. But again, I believe that 60 cards, 55 to 60 card decks can definitely be competitive, if you are, again, drawing a lot and you just need a wider variety of cards to take advantage of this strategy. All right, so the leader's right in there. I'll just leave it in there for now. It looks really cool, and I'm going to go through the deck really quick. And then from here, you guys can tweak it yourself, and maybe I'll do some updated videos for it. This isn't the average, like, just a blue good stuff deck. Again, there's obviously some staples in here, and I might even add more later. But right now, I just really want to experiment with and capitalize on the theme. And actually, this deck is a combination of future Trunks and Vegito. And if you compare this to, the most recent arc that Trunks had, which I really enjoyed from Dragon Ball Super, when he was going up against Zamasu Wish, it was cool to see how Goku and Vegeta could not beat Zamasu, and then they even could not defeat him in, Potara Union Vegito form, but Trunks was able to do so. So it was basically the only time really he got to shine as being, really powerful. I mean, he did have his moments in Dragon Ball Z, but I think this was his best arc when they showed him in Super. So anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at some of these cards. I have one of the Super Saiyan 3 Trunks Saiyan Harmonizer. Just a great, powerful card. It is expensive, but it's almost like I treat it like the secret rare of the deck. I don't have one in here right now, but basically, for 4 energy, it comes out double strike, and if you have 4 more energy, if you get the next turn to use it, if you have no other 4-drop play, this is great. Otherwise, if you're able to ramp up to 8 energy and the game is still going, then you get to drop this, you get to draw 2 cards, and you get to basically get double dual attack and double strike, right? Because you can, after you attack, you can switch it to active mode. So really cool. And again, the card just looks awesome. Really, really awesome. One of my favorite cards, art cards from Trunks, for sure. Probably the best. Cool. And then, of course, we got the God Ceiling that came with the starter deck. Probably can up this to 4. A wonderful counterplay. It's basically like a good stuff blue staple at this point in every deck. And then let's see here. They also have Trunks Heroic Prospect. I got some reprints, as well as the starter deck. I have 3 right now, but again, you can always up this depending. Again, great negate attack, and you can basically reduce the cost by having a unison in play. And let's see here. Return, and then also it kind of floodgates and stops more attacks unless they discard or take 2 cards from their hands and put them underneath their deck. All right, cool. We got Trunks. Put 2 of the ones from the starter deck, the For a Brighter Future. This is a unique, and it is expensive, so I wouldn't really want to see this right away. So 2 is best. Worst case scenario, you can always combo it off because this deck wants to use Trunks as combo Z energy, which is another reason why I'm using a lot of Trunks cards, splitting it between Trunks and Vegito. So essentially here, you know, if you have again available energy, you can actually pump it up. So if you play it on, you know, with 6 energy, you drop it down for 4, and then for 2 more, you can give it 10k power and triple strike. So this can also be a game ender. Now, being 6 energy doesn't mean that it's going to take 6 turns in the game, because that could be quite long. Again, but with blue, you can definitely stall the game out. But generally, you could probably do this also on turn 4 if you're able to ramp up faster than your opponent. You know, they'll only have 4 energy. You'll have 6 maybe, right? Depending on how you know, use your life energy and stuff like that. It is possible to get this out sooner. All right, so there's that. And then, of course, we got Determined Leader Trunks. This is great to have 4 of because it's a easy early 2-drop, and it becomes 15k when you attack. And every time you attack, it's top 7 cards, and you get to bring another Trunks feature, so you can search for a specific counter if you want, you know, the Ceiling, Heroic Prospect, or if you want one of your big bombs. If you can keep this going, I mean, why not, right? It just gives you card advantage. And again, it can also be comboed later. And then we have Trunks Hopeful Strike 4. These guys, again, for combo power, they're also cheap. But the nice thing about this is if you start comboing early, let's say you want a combo put into your Z energy, then you can combo with this guy for only 1. Because if it's in battle with another mono blue card in the combo area, it actually replaces itself, draw 1, and then it gets 15,000 power. That's amazing. Super, super cool. And then, of course, it has Deflect, so it can come out with no counters. Put 2 Blomos in for now, just again to give you a little bit of an early turn 2 play, and then it also lets you search. You can search for a, let's see here, card from your hand. Oh yeah, and this is starting the cards that, like, if this gets popped out of your life, you get to just play it for free. And then again, it lets you search at the top 5 cards for a blue Son Goku, Vegeta, or Trunks. So basically, you can either go for a Trunks card to keep getting more Trunks feature stuff, or you can start searching for missing pieces for your Potara Fusion, for Vegito. And then this is a new unison they created. This is an awesome unison. If you want to make more room, the Supreme Kai of Time, the original one, is still decent. Like, you can maybe do a 4-2 split if you really want to see unisons. But the nice thing about this deck is that you almost have 8 in your deck, and I'll tell you why in a second. So you have the 4 here. This is nice. I mean, it is tricky because the unison doesn't gain markers, but on your opponent's turn, it lets you replace a card from your hand underneath your deck to swap something with your life from your hand. And then, of course, you can also stop the 4 or less energy cards by your battle cards from your opponent by putting them under your deck. The reason why it's cool to put one under your hand, under your deck, is because you can combo with some of the older Trunks stuff. So we got 4 of the SR Restless Spirit. So this is the one here. When you play it, double strike. And if there's a card from your bottom of your deck that has a Trunks feature card, that's 3 or less, you get to play it. Only thing is you don't get its activate skills for the game. However, it still can give you like a nice free card, good amount of energy. So it still could be worth doing. So, you know, this can always be a decent combo depending on the situation. But either way, this is still nice to have for your Vegito combos. And it's also, it costs 1, but it's also a 10k combo. So it can always flex in later. Then we got the Vegeta Blue, Blaze of Passion. This one is great because now we're getting to the mechanic of the deck. This is an older card, but it says during your opponent's turn, if all your energy is mono blue, and you reveal this from your life, you may place it in your energy in rest mode and then draw 1 card. Now, but during your next turn, you must place this back into your drop area, or not back into, but into your drop area. But still, again, see, it gives you that temporary boost. So, you know, you're always kind of like 1 turn ahead in a sense. But if they hit you for more, you'll have maybe another 1 or 2. So, like, again, let's say, like earlier, if you go to turn 4, if you took 2 hits or something, you know, you're going to be at like 6 energy, right? So it's not, you know, like guaranteed or easy to do, but this always kind of ramps you up at least 1 turn ahead temporarily. And hey, it doesn't matter if it goes to your drop because it replaces itself. Okay, cool. Get in there. Now we have, I'll go through these ones a little bit quicker. The Blue Vegeta Help from the Past. Here's one of the new ZENKAI cards. Now this one, when it gets revealed from your life, if you can play this instead if you reveal it, and then this is the one that if you already have 2 energy available, now you can actually just take the top card of your deck and put it into energy permanently. So again, we got more reveal from life effects and a permanent way to ramp. You just got to make sure you have the 2 energy available, which again, if you're putting it with your Vegeta Unison on top of your deck, then when you get hit, you know that you can go straight for this one and reveal it when you have 2 available energy to ramp up. And then same thing here, we got the Goku version of the Vegeta basically. And they're both targets. One cool thing though is, okay, no, it's not this one yet. But yeah, so we're going to go a little bit more into these. These are great. This is more original cards for ZENKAI, for the Reboot Leader. Another one that goes straight to your drop, or excuse me, straight to your life instead of your drop. And it lets you draw a card. And then when this card uses in a combo, you can add 1 energy from your hand. And if you do, you can put a card from your hand to your energy. So this also gives you manipulation. If you put a card from your hand into your energy that you wanted to use maybe later, then you can swap it back and get it here. Or if you really need one card in your energy, maybe you had doubles of it, but you ended up using one and you need the second one, then it's great flexible there. All right, now we're going to finish off with the Vegito, and then we're going to get into the option cards, which are, or extra cards, which are really quick. Sorry, a little bit of a Digimon reference there. All right, so this is the Vegito suite right now. We put one of the SSB Vegitos, Soaring Blows, Union Pitara, so there's no cost. All you have to do is have Vegeta and Goku, both blue, in play, and then bam, you Union Pitara. And this card's super powerful. 2 of your opponent's battle cards go into the bottom, and from here, you can go into the new, well not new, but the SSB Vegito Paralyzing Prowess. It does cost 4, but you can evolve into a Deflect, Triple Strike, Barrier, 35k. This is monstrous. And then when you attack, you can take 2 cards from your opponent's hand and then put them at the bottom of the deck if your Super Saiyan leader is Trunks from the future. And right in the middle of that, we have Vegito Infinite Radiance, another awesome one, because this one, and I think both of them actually, yeah, what's great about both of these guys, this guy is Deflect and Barrier too, so you definitely want at least 3 of him, if not maybe 4, because then he can hopefully stick out and stay safe for the finishing Paralyzing Prowess evolution. But what's great about both of these guys is you can pick a Goku and a Vegeta in your energy, so that is awesome. When you want a Union Pitara, you can take them from your energy. All right, and then lastly, just these really quick super combos. Why not use the Vegeta? If it's blue, 4 life or less, basically, you just draw 1 card. However, you don't just draw 1 card. You put it from your hand at the bottom of your deck and then draw 2 cards. So this is even more draw power by cycling something you don't need currently. Or, again, you can play this super combo, and then you can play that Vegeta earlier that lets you take a Trunks card from the bottom of your deck and put it into play. So. And then lastly, I got the 4 Senzu Beans. Now this has been errata to only being used on your defense step, but that's fantastic. You still want to do that. And then, of course, you can reactive your 2 of your energy, so you can play a counter or something. And then finally, you always got to have 4 of the Chilled Armies or the card. This is a staple for every color. They all have one where you can counterattack and then negate it and then play a blocker token. Great thing, too, is if your life is at 5 or less, you can actually activate it by, for free by just taking a card from your life to your hand. So there you guys go. The other card that you might want to put in here, a staple that I have on the side, is of course Dimension Magic. It's kind of like Dimension Magic, Senzu, and Chilled are like the 3 staples. And then of course people like to use right now in this current format, they like the Baby Unison, which is obviously super strong, and some other, just staple powerful ramp blue cards. But I stuck to the theme. Again, we're using Trunks mostly, and then we're backing it up with the Vegito off of all the Gokus and Vegetas in this deck. So that's how it's going so far. I'll let you guys know how it is. Again, I'll be testing this against the most powerful decks of the format, always. And no sideboard yet, but the sideboard comes from the testing. Although we're going to show the Z cards really quick, and we have My Future Possibilities, a fast card to get if you start building up Trunks in your Z energy. This is a good way to start getting aggro. And of course, we got to have the Vegito, Godly Spirit. This one is another huge mega finisher. I mean, these guys are just uncanny, man. Deflect, Triple Strike, Barrier, Blocker. It's like, dude, this is definitely the epitome of Vegito. And another cell right here, just to have an option for board removal if you need to do so. And again, it gives you some offense, some with critical, deflect, triple strike. So that's the Z energy for now. You can obviously just, I would think, update this to 2 and this to 2 if you'd like. And there you go. And of course, we know thematically that Trunks and Mai are kind of like they're the couple, romantic couple storyline. So really cool, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks so much for hanging out. And this is a fantastic deck. Again, play it if you like blue, if you like the mechanic of the life manipulation, time traveling from the future. And of course, if you like Trunks, awesome character, guys. Thanks so much. Don't forget, keep your faith, say a prayer, spread that love, be positive, be thankful. We'll be coming back at you. Peace.